India has successfully tested a high energy or directed energy weapon the other day. The chairman of the Defense Research and Development Organization, India's prime public sector institution that develops weapons for the military, said the test was a total success. The weapon used high energy laser beams to physically damage an incoming drone. So, this is a milestone in the development of high energy weapon or directed energy weapons by India. The importance of this weapon is, only three other countries in the world has got directed energy weapons. They are the United States, Russia, and China. So India has joined an elite league. What are the specifications of the weapon tested by India? What will be the impact of this weapon in the arms race or in the security scenario? Let's take a closer look. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. The weapon tested by India the other day has got a range of 5 kilometers. Normally, high energy weapons work in two ways. They could either damage or destroy the sensors or communication equipment of drones or other targets. Some of them can physically destroy the target. In the case of the laser weapon tested by India the other day, the videos shown or released by DRDO showed that the target was physically destroyed. Of course, the DRDO said it also destroyed the sensors and the communication system of the target. So, in both ways, it was successful. The idea of high energy weapons was conceived by the United States in 1980s when Ronald Reagan was the president. That was part of the Star Wars program conceived by the US. The US realized that in the future, the weapons of mass destruction or the nuclear weapons will be displaced by other weapons. When you use a nuclear weapon in a war, the victory of the winner is going to be Pyrrhic. That is, both the winner as well as the loser will lose. So the winner will be only in a figurative sense, not in the total sense. But those who use high energy weapons, they will get a complete victory over the enemy. So this is the principle, or this was the vision behind the development of high energy weapons. India has been trying very hard during the last couple of decades. There are many other countries which are engaged in developing high energy weapons. For example, Israel has also been trying, and they have progressed to a great deal also. So this is the situation in the world at present. But at the same time, only three countries have injected high energy weapons into their military. In fact, the experiment conducted by the DRDO the other day was actually part of a user trial. It means that the DRDO had completed the trials long ago, and the weapon has actually been handed over to the military. So the trial which was done yesterday was a complete success, and it means that in the coming days, Indian Navy and Indian Army are going to induct this weapon. That is going to give them definitely an upper hand. Especially Indian Army has been facing threat from drone intrusions from Pakistan. Last year, Indian Army and other border security force BSF together destroyed around 280 intruding drones from Pakistan. And the other day, when the DRDO tested this laser weapon, Indian Army damaged or pulled down a drone of Chinese origin from the line of control in Kashmir. So that means India has been facing threat of drones almost on a daily basis. And this laser weapon will go a long way in neutralizing that threats. This is an important aspect. And another aspect, let's check the specifications of the weapon tested the other day. Indian media has reported that the weapon has got a power of around 30 kilowatt and the range of the weapon is around 5 kilometers. Meanwhile, the DRDO chief said India is working on a 300 kilowatt laser weapon, which is an upgradation of the present or the recently tested weapon. And the range of that weapon will be around 20 kilometers. This is what he said. But at the same time, there have been reports that India has already tested successfully a weapon with a laser weapon with a range of around 22 kilometers and a power of 300 kilowatts. So it means that the developmental trials have already been taken place. And now the DRDO will go ahead with the tests. And the initial tests have been a success. That is the most important part of it. So this means that India has come a long way. Now, directed energy weapons being developed by the DRDO are not confined to, laser. They include microwave weapons, then they include another high energy particle or energy particle beams, etc. And even sound energy also. So it means that when it comes to high energy weapons, India is on par with the developed nations. I'm sure that this is going to help India in a great way, in a big way, to enhance or beef up the defense systems. Now, even Bangladesh has brought, drones from Turkey. The Bayraktar TB drones brought by Bangladesh are being used to monitor the borders. So all these modern drones in possession of Pakistan, China, and Bangladesh pose a threat to India. In that context, India badly needs these high energy weapons. So this is quite a blessing for India. India can now go ahead with enhancing the power of the high energy weapon and then deploying these weapons. Primarily, these weapons will be deployed on land as well as in the sea. This is what the DRDO chief said. So those high energy weapons destroyed on land are going to give protection to vital institutions, then protection to tanks, etc. And this weapon is going to be fixed on warships also, because warships are going to be the main targets of missiles as well as drones in the coming days. Especially, even the aircraft carriers are under constant threat in India. The skies of India and neighborhood are highly contested airspaces. So here you need the most modern weapons. When it comes to China, China has got carrier killer missiles. So China is I think only the second or third country in the world to possess carrier killer missiles. India's one of the missiles of India is said to be a carrier killer. So the environment is very competitive in South Asia. And in that context, the relevance of these high energy weapons is much more than any other part of the world. And when it comes to drones, the importance of drones in present wars. For example, in the Russia-Ukraine war and in the Israel-Hamas war, drones are being used very successfully and they are cheap also. So this makes the relevance of high energy weapons very high. So let's hope that in the coming days India is going to develop these high energy weapons and India is going to make them more precise, more effective, and India definitely even at present India is one of the leaders, and India is perhaps may lead the whole world in high energy weapons in the coming days. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.